Yeah, what's up, everybody? What is going on? Whew, it's been a little while since we did a live stream from this setup. I think maybe I did one after CES. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, this stream is going to be a little bit different than you normally see when I'm sitting at my my workstation, my desk area over here. And if the audio is a little bit echoey, that's because of the way I had to set up my cameras. I have a camera back here that's going to be like an overhead shot of me doing work and stuff. But that means that I couldn't have the microphone right here in front of me, which is usually where it is, because that would block the camera angle. So I had to move the mic off to the side. It's like over there. And as a result, you might get a little echo. But hopefully, that's not that big of a deal. And hopefully everybody's here to hang out, chat a little bit. Feel free to fire away any questions you guys might have. As always, I will do my best to read the comments as I'm working here, and try to get some good conversation going. As always, I guess I will prioritize super chats. That's just the way it goes. But I try to get to everybody's questions if at all possible. Anyway, just kind of depends on how many people are chatting and asking me stuff. So the audio is out of sync from Mark Spark. I tested that right before the stream. I just tested that. It should not be out of sync. Let me know if the audio is out of sync, and I'll try to do something about it. Let me see if I can listen to the stream back. Is out of sync from Mark Spark. I tested that right before the stream. I just tested that. It's fine. I think it's fine. All right. So we got a cool one today. Let me bring up a few links here so that I can know exactly the names of the stuff that we're working with here today, because there's a company called Mazzano that hit me up, and they have a store for like custom keyboards and whatnot, and they have some new products coming out, and they sent me them. So the links are going to be down below in the description for their, what are they called? Their new Eve switches, which is a JWK collaboration with Mazzano. It's a linear switch and 55 gram bottom out. And there's also the links to their new Villa keycaps, which are they're double shot ABS. They come in a couple different colorways. And I'm going to show you guys all that stuff really soon. But if you want any of those products or anything else on the Mazzano site, there's going to link down below for 10% off anything on their store. Just use BPS Customs promo code, and you get 10% off. So keyboard stuff can be expensive and sometimes kind of unreasonably so. So getting 10% off seems good. And they also wanted me to let you know that they have a Discord. So if you guys are into chatting about keyboards and stuff like that, you can check out their Discord below. This is not a sponsored stream or anything like that, but they wanted to send me over these products, and they're like, hey, what do you want to do with them? And I was like, let's do a live stream build. So they're like, okay, well, if you do that, toss these links down below. And I'm like, yeah, sure, that's no problem. This stuff seems like it's legit. And if you guys want to check any of it out, feel free. So I'm going to show you guys what we're working with here today, and then we'll get to building. So let's just see first who is here. Let's see. Jeremy, Rob S., Mark Spark, Nicholas Little, Jeff H. Let's see. Jeff H. already asking the hard questions. What small form factor case do you like? I like a lot of them. All right, let's see. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Okay, so actually, while I get this stuff out, I'll talk about that, I guess. So I just did a review of the Fractal Torrent Nano, which was awesome. I didn't do performance testing in it yet because I have some plans for that case, and I wanted to do like a full build in it. So, but from everything that I could see, it looked like a really solid enclosure. Obviously, Fractal always makes good stuff, and if they're just basing this on like the regular torrent, I mean, that seems like a winning combination. Just make the torrent smaller, and then there you go. All right, so these are I think these are the Villa keycaps. Which ones are these? Yes, this is the base Villa kit. So these are double shot ABS, and this is one of the colorways that these come in. And I know obviously the plastic makes it hard to see, but these are black with with pink legends, and then the modifiers are all pink legends with the green accent and whatnot. So these are really cool looking. It comes with like this whole kit, so we're definitely not going to use all that today because we're going to be working on a 65% keyboard. But they also sent over a matching coiled cable with a green aviator connector, so that looks pretty dope. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, that's pretty cool looking. And then let's move this stuff off to the side. And then here are their switches. So this keyboard, this is a KBD 67 Lite, and I just put it here. This is not the keyboard that I usually use on my desk. What I usually use is a Mr. Suit, but the Mr. Suit is like a tank, and I knew I was gonna have to like kind of move off to the side and stuff, so I just kind of swapped this in really quick. What do you guys think of this one? I built this a month or two ago when the Lite Round 3 came out. This is the blue, like the blue acrylic. I don't know exactly what the material is, but I chose the blue one, and then I put their keycaps on it, and it's got Telio switches. So here, you guys want to hear it? I wonder if it's going to screw anything up here. Seems pretty good, I think. It sounds pretty good. It feels good. It's nice and like lightweight, which is kind of a change from like. Here, let me show you this from the Suit. This thing is like. This thing is awesome, but it's definitely heavy as hell. Look at that. Ain't she purty? So this is my daily driver, but I didn't want to have it on the desk just for this stream because I knew I was going to be moving this around a lot. So let's get this out of the way, and let's look at these switches. So these are their Eve switches. Now these are linears, 55 gram bottom out, and they're a collaboration with JWK. So if you guys are familiar, that should be a name. If you're familiar with like the keyboard scene, that should be a name that you guys know. And let's see if we could hear it. It sounds pretty smooth. It feels pretty smooth. These are supposed to be. They told me these were going to come with lube. I don't see any notation on the page itself noting that they are factory lubed, but JWK's typically are pretty smooth anyway. So hopefully that holds water here, and this is what we're going to be using for this build. Let's see what people are chatting about. Oh, Mark Sparky, it was on my end. I refreshed and it's fine. Good. Joey Hill has just gotten a car wreck. Oh man, I hope you're okay. But you picked up a 1080p 144 hertz monitor earlier for $40, and then you got in a car wreck. Well, good day, bad day, I guess. All right. Mr. Suit is really nice. Yes, it is very nice. JWK recolor, or do you say it's different? You know, I don't know that I have enough knowledge about what might be a recolor to say. But if you click the link down below, there's the information on the switch. This is all I have, really. So it says high-end linear switch. And then you could, you know, drill down for a little more information, I guess. So I'm not an expert on custom keyboards. I've just kind of gotten into building them recently, and I kind of wish that I had a little more info and were able to help you out there, but I'm not sure, and I don't want to say otherwise. The stabilizers we're going to be using today are owl stabs. Now, usually a lot of my builds get Durox, but when I built the Mr. Suit, I got introduced to these things, and man, are they good. So we're going to be using owl stabs today in the build. Now, what keyboard are we building? Let's see. So, we are going to be building a stacked acrylic board. There we go. Now, I did already do all the peeling of all the acrylic, because you guys don't want to sit here for 2 hours and watch me peel acrylic off of these pieces. That is a nightmare. But this is, I don't know the name of this board, and I don't know that I ever knew the name of this board. I ordered these from a vendor in China, and they took a little while to get here, but I ordered a couple of them because they looked really cool. So if you guys aren't familiar with stacked acrylic, it is exactly what it sounds like. The case of the keyboard is actually built out of layers of acrylic sheet that you then fasten together to form the case. Now, I've already put together the feet on the bottom here just to make things go a little bit quicker, because so that way we're only really building the keyboard itself. But these keyboards are really cool, and you can make them, and they look really neat too, because when they're all put together, you see that stacked acrylic look, and then you could, you know, if you want to put lights in them, you can, or you know, any kind of coloring that you have inside of the case will show through really well. We got a super chat from I'm gonna mess this up. Oh, Clean Team of New York. Clean Team of New York. Is it worth buying the 5950X since the price is low in my area before Zen 4 is released? The 5950X is a monster, so if that's something that you feel like you're going to utilize, then if the prices are low, then I say go for it, man. I mean, you're obviously going to see some improvements with Zen 4, but if you need a processor now, and this is kind of what I always tell people, if you need something now, buy something now. There's always going to be something new coming around the bend. So the 5950X is not something that's going to get outclassed very easily or very quickly. Captain Howdy, just began my first truly custom keyboard. But Everglade Aqua Kings, ever had any experience with those? No, I haven't, and I have been hesitant to try them because I heard that they require quite a lot of tuning, although they end up coming out really nice once you do tune them. And I am not one to lube my own switches because I am lazy and impatient. So if you guys are familiar with Mike, my moderator and production assistant, he does switch lubing. So he actually has taken on some projects for me and done some of my switch lubing and whatnot. But I have not messed with Aqua Kings. I'm going to move this off of the desk right now so that we can do our stabilizers first. All right, so we've got our stabs here. No Mike tonight. So Mike is going to be here, but probably a little bit late. He had a prior engagement, and I don't pay him enough for him to ditch his fiance and just come and hang out with me. So he'll be here, but it'll be a little bit late. What board is this? So that's the thing. I don't know the name. I wish I knew the name. I don't know the name. It's a stacked acrylic board from China. Here, I'll show you the PCB. Actually, I forgot to do that. This is the PCB. It is hot swap with no daughter board. The USB is directly on it, and it has these relief cuts in the middle for some flex. There's RGB lighting at the bottom, and this is going to be gasket mount. So I'm hoping that even though this was, you know, a Chinese whatever board, that it's going to sound and feel really good. Captain Howdy, I just want you to know that that comment you just made, I have plans to lube and film them, got automatically flagged by YouTube. So I let it through because I know that that's not a sexual comment. Unless it was a sexual comment. In which case, well played. Okay. So we're going to be using 205 grade 0. The owl stabs are very, very good. I found that they don't require a whole lot of lube. And I tried dielectric grease on them one time, and they made them feel sluggish. So we're just going to go with 205 G0. All right, so how many do we need? We need 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 4. I think the answer is 4. Maybe we'll do one more. What's your opinion on the newer version of the Otumo red switches? Again, I wish I knew more, or more about keyboards to be able to comment on that, but I just don't know, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Which switches are these? The link is down below. These are new. They're from Mazzano, and they're JWK collaboration. They're called an Eve switch. All right. So what did you guys think of the video that came out yesterday? Did you guys enjoy that? It was kind of like kind of off the beaten path, kind of let's do a kind of goofy, tiny system build and just see what it could do kind of video. View count on it wasn't great. I don't know, maybe if it wasn't that appealing to a lot of people, but I had fun doing it, and I'm still not really sure what that system was or where it came from. And I don't know that we'll ever know. Oh, that's way too much. Come on. All right. How much was the board? I think it was not expensive. It was like $80 or something. You could find a lot of really interesting budget mechanical keyboard kits on Chinese websites like AliExpress, Banggood, and stuff like that. What I actually did in a very, very stupid way was I decided that I wanted to go on Taobao. And I don't know why I decided that I wanted to buy from Taobao, but I know that like you could get some crazy deals on stuff from Taobao because they tend to sell in bulk. And they're kind of like direct sellers for a lot of products that are being made in China. So I went on Taobao, and the only way that you can really get stuff delivered to the United States from Taobao for a lot of their product listings is to use a third party. So basically, you communicate with the third party, you tell them what you want to buy, they buy it in China, and then they arrange shipping back to you. So I did that, and it did not work out in my favor. Essentially, I found a really good deal on what I thought was a good board on Taobao. I bought 2 of them, so I have another one of these, and then I had them shipped, and they don't tell you how much it's going to be to ship until they buy it, and then they receive it, and they see how big the package is. So they bought it, they received it, and I paid, not all that much for these boards. And then once they received it, I got an email telling me that the shipping cost to the United States for these 2 keyboards was like $200. So at that point, my choices were say screw it, and you could have the keyboards, which I have already paid for, or suck it up, pay the $200, get the boards, hope to get some good content out of them, which is what I ended up doing. So, that's kind of unfortunate, but live and learn, I guess. And I would suggest that if you guys are looking to buy anything from China, keep that kind of thing in mind. Like, you're not going to get that huge of a deal if you end up having to pay crazy amounts for shipping through a third party. So unless like you're going on Taobao to buy like a pallet of something, it's probably not worth it, unless I just did it wrong, which is entirely possible. So yeah, that's the story of this keyboard. Thoughts on in-stock sets with worldwide shipping and a lead time of 1 to 2 weeks? Well, I guess it depends on which sets, but honestly, there are plenty of in-stock sets right now that are really, really good. And there seems to kind of almost be a backlash against GMK because their lead times are just getting out of hand. Like, I've ordered GMK sets that I am waiting for, and I'm sure everybody's kind of in that boat too. But the more that the longer I've waited, the more I've kind of realized, like, maybe I didn't need this, or maybe I could have bought something that was the same or very close, and got it immediately. And I think a lot of vendors are starting to realize this, and they're starting to partner with manufacturers that can do PBT sets. So you're starting to see a lot of official partnered PBT sets with the same colorways as GMK sets, which are either unavailable or years out at this point. What just came out? Damn it. It was like a purple set that just came out. And why can't I remember the name of it? Any event, companies like Canon Keys, Novel Keys, and stuff like that, they are trying to alleviate some of the problems with the group buy model by kind of eliminating GMK from the equation. And I think that that's a great idea. I think the more accessible this hobby can be, the more successful it can be, the more widespread, the more choice, the lower the prices. So there's benefits all around. All right. Dual shot ABS, why not PBT? I don't make the product. I don't know why they went with ABS instead of PBT, but I really like the feel of double shot ABS. If you guys have, so what I just said about GMK applies to availability and price and timelines and stuff, but it's hard to argue with the quality of a GMK set. Like, if you guys have ever typed on one, I think it's kind of obvious that they still are premium in most senses of the word. And I have a couple of GMK sets, and I love typing on them. I think double shot ABS it feels really good. PBT Tarot, Ragnar, thank you very much. PBT Tarot, how did you know? That's what I was saying. That is exactly what I meant. Thank you. All right. MA77, you're working on your own keycap set, it seems. That's pretty cool. Hit me up on Twitter or something like that. Let me take a look. I'd love to see what you're working on. 1 to 2 weeks. That's awesome, man. You're gonna have a huge leg up on a lot of people if you guys end up sticking to that. Yeah, if you have any links or renders or something like that, post them. I'll let it through. So we're going to be using the shorter of the two wires here. One of the things about owl stabs is that these wires are made of what they call liquid metal. Now, I don't know how accurate that term is, but I've never had one that has needed balancing. These are all like perfectly flat, and they also I don't know. I guess we'll try it with the long one. They also are supposed to bend back once they bend, so you're supposed to be able to bend them, and they spring back. That looks pretty good to me. Wow. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So yeah, they're supposed to be made of a different kind of metal that's more resilient and stays straighter. So the owl stabs are good, and I would recommend them certainly. Although they are a little pricey. I think they're like $30 for a set. When I bought my my stabilizers for my Mr. Suit, I bought, I think, like 4 sets so that I would only have to pay shipping for one, and that I would have sets for the future. Matthew Lang, hello. Keyboards aren't really my deal, but I still find this interesting. Well, thank you for coming in and hanging out then. Matthew, longtime viewer. So yeah, this definitely is a little bit different from your standard PC content, but it's definitely related. And a lot of people that are in the PC hobby are kind of getting into this now, just because, you know, it's something different. You don't have to rely on your graphics card for. It's really all it comes down to. O-rings on stabs as well? No. I don't know that you could. Can you put O-rings on your stabilizers? I wasn't aware of that. Captain Howdy, took you weeks to come to a decision on a board. Yeah. This hobby can be like that. It is overwhelming. The good thing about a lot of things just being on group buy or out of stock is, like, if you want something now to kind of mess around with and just see if, you know, get your feet wet in the hobby and see if you like it, well, you know, you do have fewer choices, because a lot of stuff will take a year or more to get to you. So if you don't want that and you're not sure if you're going to like it, then, you know, it definitely narrows down what you could buy right now. And that, I guess, is a weird benefit of the group buy model. Sorry, BPS, what's your Twitter? It's right here. See it? I'll leave this up on the screen for a second. You guys can watch my face while I do this. Oop. So I think I'm doing one extra here. I'm gonna end up doing the keyboard, the spacebar plus 4. I don't know why, but I have this kit open and I have these out, so we'll just do that, and, you know, whatever. So we have an extra. Who cares? All right, you got my Twitter now. All right, we'll go back to this. Are you against O-rings on switches, or do you like them? So I tried O-rings on switches once, and I didn't feel it made any difference that I could tell. It really, I guess maybe it dampened the sound a little bit, and it made the bottom out come a little faster, or at least that. But it wasn't anything significant, and it just felt like it wasn't something that would be benefiting to me. So I've never done it again after that one time. I know this sucks. You can't really see what I'm doing down here, but trust me, we're Lubing. How long does it usually take for you to make a keyboard? Well, you're watching it, so you'll find out real soon. It depends if I have to solder or not. So when keyboards are either hot swap or solder. So if you look at this, so here's the PCB, and this is a hot swap board, because on the back you have hot swap sockets. So that just means that you press the switches right in, and that's all you have to do. With a solderable board, you have to put them in, flip the board over, and then solder each individual thing. And if you look how many individual solder points there might be, it's 2 for every switch. So it does take quite a while if you're doing a soldered board. Okay, so stabilizers are done. Excellent. So one thing about the Alstabs is they come with a couple of extra things. So it comes with Band-Aid-like material that you could put below the stabilizers to kind of deaden the sound. And then they also come with these rubber, I don't know if you could really see these. So this is like focus. This is a little like rubber plug that slides onto the wire, that is supposed to help cushion any wire vibration as the keys are rattling up and down. So those come with all owl stabs, so that's another reason that I like them. Channy, off topic. Built my last PC 4 years ago, not really up to date with the latest trends and parts right now. What CPU GPU combination is recommended for builds under $1,500? There's a lot to talk about there. You know, if you haven't been keeping up with the PC industry for several years, you might be disappointed at the availability of a lot of products, and making a recommendation for a $1,500 system right now is extremely difficult for that reason. So I would recommend that you do a little research on that first, because what you could get now for $1,500 is not really what you should be getting for $1,500, and it might behoove you to wait. All right, so we're gonna roll with these Band-Aid pads and see how they work. Foam under the plate? Yeah, we're gonna do some foam. Check this out. I got some polyfill, I think. This is enough to do all the keyboards in my entire lifetime. Plus we got some PE foam in case we want to do that too. So we got the foam. We got the foam, boys and girls, if there's girls. MA77, should it? Yeah, tag me in the tweet. I'll take a look at it, and maybe I can even post it over here. Let me know when you do that, and I'll go check my Twitter. But right now, we got work to do. What is your favorite Switch? So, my favorite Switch is probably... I guess that's tough. I really, really have a thing for Black Ink, Scatteron Black Ink V2s. But I just ordered their new Oil Kings. And those are supposed to be really, really excellent. So I'm hoping that maybe that will be my new favorite Switch. Although, I've used, at this point, I guess, a lot of different Switches, and there have only been a couple that have really disappointed me. I really haven't used any that have been terrible. I tend to favor more linear switches. These, on this keyboard here, the Telios, are super smooth. And then the... which are the ones that I like a lot? The Duroc Lavenders I really, really liked also. So there's a lot of choices, it's not like it's hard to go wrong if you're willing to put in a little time and effort to, maybe tune the Switch the way you want it or something like that. A lot of stock switches, no matter what they are not great. Like this is a hobby that when you get into it, oops, I put that on upside down. If you're not willing to put in a little time to do stuff like this, then you're not going to have a result that is what you really want. I don't think, anyway. Come on, get on there. All right. So, just done it. All right, let's see if we can get some. I don't see anything. I don't see that I'm tagged in anything. Oh, wait. Yep, there it is. Okay. Oh, there's Sakura keycaps. That's pretty dope. So I'm going to copy... Let's see if I can... I'm going to drop this down in the chat. You guys can go take a look at that. Okay. So, what am I doing here? There should be another set of stabs. There we are. I used Gateron yellows in a build for my very first custom keyboard build, which was a GMMK Pro. And I used milky yellows, and I loved them. Like I said, like if you're willing to put in a little time and effort to tune stuff, like almost any switch is going to be good. But if you're not willing to, you're going to have some not great results. Okay, so we've got our Band-Aid pads on there, whatever you want to call them. So let's get some stabilizers installed. Oh, you know what I need that I didn't have? I need a screwdriver. One. Yep, don't have one. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. Now we got to get our screws and washers and whatnot out of here. This part is tedious. Putting these tiny screws through these tiny washers that are clear. You can't even see them. The last keyboard build live stream I did, I managed somehow to fling one of these washers into my water and could not find it till the end of the stream, and then it was right there floating in my water as I went to take a drink. So yeah, those keycaps look really cool. Keep me up to date on those and what exactly is going to happen there. If you're gonna, I didn't know if you said you're gonna bring those to market or not. But if you are, I'd be interested in taking a look. I don't know if you want to send me some or not. I mean, I'd be interested either way. I really hope those Aqua Kings will be at least as good. Aqua Kings are, like I said, they're really good switches. You just, you got to tune them a little bit. But yes, they are supposed to be very good and very smooth. If you ever get a chance to try out from Zeal, Securio, Rosilios, they are even smoother than the Telios. Really? That is quite the claim. These Telios are great. I switched to SR from my home keyboard from Telios, and from my work keyboard I'm using Xylence. Yeah, I guess if you're in an office setting or on Zoom meetings all day, you got to have some silent switches. I actually my work keyboard is over here. This is the full size custom that I built a few months ago, and that's what I use for my work keyboard. Why anyone would prefer soldered switches over hot swappable? Soldered switches give you more options for layout. So you could have the same board and be able to have different layouts for your keys. So that's why soldered is preferable for some people, whereas hot swap is generally one layout and that's it. All right, so we've got the spacebar stabilizer on, and these little jobbies slide under like this. And then they prevent any impact from the wire to the PCB. So for the spacebar, you need a couple of them, and they stay in place like pretty well. I guess maybe not as well as we would like. When I built my Mr. Suit, I had no problem keeping these in place. They just locked in. So hopefully these stay. If not, you know what? Why don't we build without these? We don't need these. Who needs these? Get out of here, rubber thing. Okay. Looks okay. So they're going to market. MA77. Yeah, those keycaps are coming to market. That's awesome. All right, 2 down, 2 to go. MA77, are you saying that you are working with a large company to release these? Or watch out for some other launch? It's certainly interesting to see larger companies kind of try to get in on what is definitely an expanding market. Like iBuyPower, Height, they're coming out with that keyboard that wasn't that well received, but they're still coming out with a keyboard, you know, a custom keyboard. And I think that we're going to start to see different vendors try to take advantage of their position with large manufacturing facilities and maybe beat a lot of these smaller group buys to market with, you know, products that have similar features, and they can offer them probably cheaper prices. All right, here we are. So what we should do now is clean my hands, and then get a couple switches on here and test out these stabilizers. What do you think? Come on. What the hell? Pins are already bent. I'm already bending pins. Not sure how I feel about that height keyb. The look is really love it or hate it. I mean, I've told them this. Like, I don't love it. I think they kind of maybe went about their marketing a little bit weird too. But that's their choice. Okay, so let's get a space bar going. So this isn't going to sound great because got all kinds of rattle from the PCB hitting here, but like I'm listening for rattle from the wire. I don't really hear any, so that's good. That's really all we can ask for at this stage. So let's check a couple of the other ones too. I will toss an enter key on. These look really cool. Like I know I don't have the lighting over here to really show you guys, but focus there, guy. Come on, camera. There we go. These legends are nice and crisp. The coloring is nice. These look really nice. I like them. Sounds good. I'm going to use the enter key over here too. I think that sounds good. I think so. Oh. Get on there. What are you doing? Hey. Oh. That's not right. That's a good thing I checked that. This stabilizer wire isn't in correctly. So it will not sit down properly, and now I have to redo this. That is a good thing I did that. That is better. What type of switch is Eve? They are JWKs. There we go. That's better. Ooh, that sounds good. Doesn't that sound good? That's the best one so far. All right. So now we got to put this all together. Putting this all together is going to involve mounting some gaskets. And I'm hoping that I could do this right, because I've never built one of these before. And being oh, here's another funny thing. When you buy those, like I said before, when I bought those, you know, the stuff from China, and you send it to this third party, and the third party contacts you and is like, hey, your stuff has arrived. How do you want us to ship it to you? You have a couple options. The options are, of course, speed, and there's also packaging. If you get it shipped in the original packaging, it costs more than if they can take it out of the packaging for you and break it down into smaller boxes. So, of course, I did that. And what does that mean? That means that all this came with was the product. No instructions. So we're flying blind here, guys. Flying blind. So here's some gaskets. These are pour-on gaskets. And we are going to put them where it makes sense to put them. So here's the plate. It's a very flexible polycarbonate plate. I don't think, does this peel too? No, I don't think so. So the plate has these tabs. Tab here, 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 etc. over here. And wherever the plate contacts the acrylic, there's supposed to be a gasket. I think. I'm at least moderately sure. Because then when this goes on, this is going to sandwich the gaskets. I think that's how it goes. Yeah, I think that's how it goes. So essentially I have to put gaskets in like all of these places, like right here, here, here. All right, so let's do that. All right, so what's up, guys? Let's get some conversation going here. Did you guys watch the Super Bowl, or are you not into football? I did not watch it. We recently got rid of cable, so I didn't have the option to watch it, but I watched all the commercials on YouTube. There we go. All right. One gasket. All right, I've done one. I feel accomplished now. Played Minecraft with my daughter. That seems like a good use of time. This is, oh wait, maybe this should be, how does this go? How do you go, plate? This is how you go? This is how you go. Right? Yeah, I think that's how you go. Not a football fan. I watched YouTube. Well, I hope you watched BPS Customs. You know, honestly, I've been watching. I've complained a lot. I'm a complainer. I've complained on Twitter and whatnot about, you know, my viewership declining and stuff like that. And it doesn't help to complain. And I'm sorry if it sucks for you guys to read that or whatever. It's frustrating because it's something that I've put a lot of time and effort into over the years. But the truth is that even I am watching less and less PC tech videos. Like, I find myself wanting to watch more car content. Or I play a lot of poker, so I watch, like, poker training and stuff like that. So, I mean, my interests are also diversifying or... Oh, crap, I ripped it. I hope they gave me extra. How many did they give me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. How many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They gave me exactly enough. Damn it. All right. So yeah, so I've been guilty of doing exactly what I've complained about, which I realize is sucky. You know, like how do I expect people to enjoy my tech content if I am not even enjoying tech content as much as I used to? It's just kind of, I don't know if there's like some kind of weird shift in public interest. But it's, you know, I feel bad. And while I want my business and my channel to succeed, and I want you guys to enjoy yourselves when you're here and watching the videos, you know, I can't expect you guys to do something that I'm not. So, yeah. Yeah, that's that, I guess. Actual cars or RC cars? Both RC cars and actual cars. I love RC cars, man. RC cars are so fun. I wish I had more people around here that did RC car stuff that I could do it with them. It's kind of a bummer that I don't have that. And having a group to go RCing with is so fun. Okay. So I think this is supposed to, well, let's assemble our PCB. All right. So here are our switches. Once again, these are Eve switches. It's a collaboration between Mazzano and JWK. And they are 55-gram linears. What is your favorite automotive channel, and do you watch Mighty Car Mods? I have watched some Mighty Car Mods, but they're not on my like subscription feed. I have a couple of car channels that I watch pretty religiously. I watch Hoovy all the time just because I think he's such a goof, and he definitely gets to play with some interesting cars. I really appreciate how Tavares really throws himself into projects. You know what I wish I had? I wish I had one of those forks. They're like switch forks or something with a plate that's this flexible. Man, I feel like I really need that. And I watch almost every VinWiki story, car story. I watch Rich Rebuilds because I think he's funny. I watch Adam LZ because he's living the dream. And who else do I watch? I've been watching a lot of Bros Force Speed recently because of my recent purchase. They have a lot of GTR content on the channel, so I don't know that necessarily their videos are something that I watch long term once I run out of GTR content to watch, but it's good for now for sure. So you watch Car Trek? Of course I watch Car Trek. Car Trek is great. I see the switch names and keycaps, but what board is this? I wish I knew the name of this board. It's we talked about it earlier, but this is a board from China that I got on Taobao. So it's kind of a mystery, and we'll find out just how good it is. So I'm realizing now that I didn't do any PE foam, and that's okay. We'll just see how this does on its own. Matt Lang, Bros four speed, like the number 4, BROSFOUR speed. They do car reviews and stuff. There's 2 of them. They're brothers, obviously, and they I think one of them has a GTR, one of them has an Audi R8, and they do some like wrenching on them too. I respect that. Like when a channel is, they're doing their own stuff. The car channel, my car channel will be back in relative short order with some extremely janky content on my Jeep and my GTR. And I am looking forward to that because I started shooting some of it and it's just terrible automotive content, and I'm very excited to put it out just because it's weird. It's almost like no pressure. It's not my main channel. It's not a monetized channel, at least not yet. But it's just something to basically like document the work that I'm doing, you know. You should get a plate fork. That's what I'm saying. I need a plate fork. That's the thing that I was saying I need. I don't watch Scotty Kilmer. I don't like him. I think he's a cranky old man. I don't know. He never comes across to me as somebody who is saying stuff that's like interesting. Like every time I watch, I kind of stumble on one of his videos that's relevant to my search topics. I'm like, this is just not. I don't want to watch this. Matt, I'll be tweeting when I release car videos. So if you follow me on Twitter, you should be alerted there. You know, I watched a Scotty Kilmer video the other day on DCTs, dual clutch transmissions, and all he was doing was complaining about how expensive they are. It was really like he put no mind to the fact that they're just amazing pieces of technology that shift lightning quick and can, you know, have all these improvements over a standard torque converter automatic. No, just they are so expensive to fix. Yep, fuck you, Scotty. I didn't know I had a lot of automotive enthusiasts here, but it makes sense, right? There's like a tech crowd overlap between a lot of this stuff. So like, you know, cars and computers and RC cars and things that you could like build or tinker with or make better. I think that is kind of like the DNA of a lot of my audience, you know. Scotty is a cheapo, old school guy. Yeah, he's definitely an old school guy. I wonder which one of these I'm going to need to use here. So, is this rotated? So, there's a couple different positions that I could put the caps lock key in, and I wonder which one's going to be relevant. The good thing is, because it's hot swap, we can just change it if we're wrong. I'm always worried that I'm like crunching the the pins every time I insert one into the hot swap socket, and I'm always paranoid. So before I finish a build, I always go back and like test all the keys for functionality, as you should. Whiskered Gundam, you're late to the show. That is unacceptable. You can't stay. You must leave now. Yeah, rotated is for step caps. I think it's just the kind of keycap that you want to use. That's what determines which one you put on there. That didn't feel good. These switches actually, Mike did not lube for me. These came from a company, a website that's linked down below. These are new products from them, and they sent them over, and they're like, "Hey, check them out." So these were, I asked them if these are factory lubed, and they said yes. So I actually maybe should have opened one of them to take a look. We could do that in a second. But there's no mention on the product page that they're factory lubed. So I'm not entirely sure, but they feel very smooth already. How does that sound? Sexy, huh? I guess we don't know yet. Okay. So, now, we can load this thing into here, where the gaskets are. Oh, there's a lot of flex. Look at that. Can you guys see that? How much flex there is there? Because of the gaskets and the relief cuts in the PCB. That's wild. Huh, this is going to be an interesting typing experience. Before I lock this thing up, I definitely want to put some... Maybe I'll tape it. Maybe I'll tape the PCB. Why don't we tape the PCB? Where's my tape? There you are. You're going to start giving out PCs to your mods like Jay. I didn't plan on it. Mike and I have a very good relationship. I try to help him out whenever I can. But I've never given him a PC. So if that, I don't know. Maybe that makes me a bad content creator. Do they make custom keyboards that are wireless? If I were to build one from Lubing, yes, they do make wireless custom keyboards. You could actually find a lot of those on those Chinese websites that we talked about. Like there are like this one. Hold on. This one. I think this one is wireless. So this one is either wireless or comes in wireless. Like you can get this in wireless. And this was only like $60 for a keyboard kit. It's hot swap with a knob. It's 67% it says, but whatever. Has full RGB. Let's see if this is the wireless version or not. No, but I know that this comes in a wireless version. So like something like this you could get fairly cheaply. Again, if you're trying to like get into custom keyboards and you want to, you know, try a wireless low cost option, AliExpress is a really good resource. Don't you want to try it without tape mod first to see if it needs it? Nah, we're just going full tape. I have typically really enjoyed the tape sound. So while I have the keyboard apart, I'm just going to tape it. And then, whatever. I could always remove it if I don't like it. So I typically do 2 layers of tape. I'd be curious to see what you guys do. I know like 3 is kind of standard, but I found that 2 works well for me. Any plans for ever doing an AliExpress PC build? I'm not sure what that would really entail. There's like you could find a lot of regular PC parts on AliExpress. Even like older stuff you could find, and maybe, you know, sometimes you can even find like engineering samples. it's not like Wish, where like if you order something, you don't know what you're getting. Like if you order something on AliExpress, it's legit. I've never been like, you know, I've never gotten something from that I've ordered from AliExpress and been like, what the hell is this? It's very much like Amazon. It just takes a while to get here because they're in China. All right, so we got 2 layers going on here. Maybe I will leave the polyfill out. Huh. And you, because it's clear, that's all you're going to see now. There's not a whole lot of room down there either, so maybe polyfill wouldn't even really work. It's hard to really show, but there's not a whole lot of space between the bottom layer and the PCB. And man, this flex is crazy. Okay. All right, so let's finish this up. So this goes like this. And then this goes on top. I'm kind of tempted to put the gasket strips on the plate instead of on this top piece. Would that just be bad form? What do we think about that? I think that might just be easier than trying to, you know, yeah, that'd definitely be easier. So that's what I'm going to do. Test it before keycaps. Listen, sir, I do what I want. But you're probably right, I should do that. Love custom keyboards, but I find the mods, I think it means silly and superfluous. Taping, bandaging, even lubing. If you need to lube the switch, then that switch is not good. I am going to respectfully disagree. I understand your point that, like, if you have to, like, why would you want to have to buy something? Why would you want to buy something that you have to change before it is good? Obviously, you know, that point has merit. But there are plenty of things out there that are like that, I think. Where the point of buying them is to make them your own once you've purchased them. So if you like a switch unlubed, then great, then just do that. But if you are the kind of person that wants it to be smoother, you have the option to make it smoother. So I don't think it's superfluous if it means that you're making the product the way that you want it to be. Isn't the tape covering the LEDs? Yes, the tape is covering the LEDs. So if that is something that you would prioritize in your build, then tape mod not for you. All right, so we are just about done here, huh? All right. And we just gotta screw it together. How do we think this is coming out so far? I want you guys to know that I'm doing this all without an instruction manual. So if this goes horribly wrong, then I have plenty of people to blame that aren't me, and it's all the people that conspired to not send me an instruction manual with this board. Yeah, you could cut the tape around the LEDs if you really want that underglow. I don't really care one way or another, so. All right, so this board is together, right? And like, it still flexes like crazy. Look at that. It's hard to show. But like, boom, look at that. Man. Alright, so I'm gonna, let me see if I can bring up a keyboard tester. Maybe I should just bring up VIA. Yeah, I'll just bring up VIA. VIA. Well, it lit up. So that's a thing. Searching for devices. That's not good. Maybe it's not VIA compatible. That wouldn't be great. Let's start VIA again. VIA. Please find this keyboard. Nope. It is not finding this keyboard. That is a bummer. Alright, so we're going to have to do a keyboard tester. Where's the delete key? There it is. Now enter. Okay. So I'm going to see if you, here. Can you guys see this? Let's see if you can see that. Okay. There we go. Alright, so here we go. That's not right. What's going on? Oh. Okay. Enter? Yes. I think it all works. I think it all works. Except this. Is this FN? It's probably FN. Yeah, FN. Okay. It all works. Excellent. All right. Okay, so it works. All the keys work. The lights work. I wonder how it's going to sound. Let's keycap this bitch. Okay, where are my caps? Time for the keycaps. So there's no FN keys on this, obviously. So ooh. Okay. All right. You know, there's no stabilizer on the right shift. That's bizarre. I don't know that I've ever seen that before, because the right shift is it's a smaller shift key. So, that's certainly interesting. FN. I think this is a control. I'm pretty sure that's a control. This is a alt, from what I can remember. Maybe this is an alt also. Yeah, I'll have to plug it back in and test it out. This is control. I think this is a Windows key. All right. Caps. Yes, that is the right caps. All right, good. So this is the double layer ABS. So these are definitely nice keycaps. What am I doing? Shift. Okay. Then what are these? I forget. It's like page is like delete end page up page down or something. Crap. Hold on, let me figure this out. Get in there. Delete page up page down end. Okay. All right. Got delete. No, I need a taller delete. Do I have a taller delete? Probably. Let's do our regular keys. How about that? Well, I know I can do whatever I want, you know, with reprogramming with via QMK or whatever. But I'm just saying for what it is right now. Ooh. That's a good one. I like it. Get out of here, KBD fans. This is not about you today. Can you do a close-up of the caps? Yes, I will do. Let me get the caps on here, and I'll do a close-up of them. Get on there. This looks really good. I really like this. I really like this board. These caps are sick. I thought they were black. I guess they're like a dark gray with the pink legends. Look good. What else do I need here? Where was I need like could have sworn that I oh here it is. Derp. Yeah, flex, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can figure out what the name of this keyboard is. Maybe like go back through my like emails from Taobao or whatever this shipping company was, and see if the name of the product pops up. That way I could leave it in the description if you guys are interested in it, because it's certainly like an interesting product. Why did these come out backwards? That's not right. These are backwards. Where's my thing? Yes, now I need... What do I need? This thing is gonna pop open, and these keycaps are gonna go fucking everywhere. I mean, freaking everywhere. This would make a nice gift. The keyboard itself was pretty cheap. I think it was under $100. The caps and the switches are definitely more expensive than the board. So I need a shift. Will this shift fit? That is too big. This shift is what we need. Shift. We need a delete. Yeah, I need a tall delete. There we go. Delete. And that's too tall. I need a shorter end. Give me a regular end. This should do it. That's not it either. I think we reconnected. Are you guys there? Is everybody there? Sorry about that. Sorry, OBS dropped out there for a second. I don't know what happened. But we're almost done. I need an end. See, that's too tall. I need an end that's somewhere in between the two ends. The three ends that I have. There's 3 ends in this kit. None of them are right. Two of the same ends? Gotta be kidding me. Alright, we need page up and page down. Page down. Page up. Maybe a different page up. I need like a, let's see, this page up. I think that's better. I still think that's the wrong profile, but I'm not gonna lose my shit over it. Maybe this is right. No, that's not right either. There's so many variations of all the keys. This kit is enormous. I don't even know. Alright, we're just going to put these on there. Because they look like mostly right. How about that? Delete page up, page down, and then end. Oh, is it? Oh. Durr. Maybe that'll make a difference. Yeah, I think so. Okay. What about the home key? Oh, jeez. That's a Windows key. Windows. Why is that a different color? That's weird. It seems like it's a different color. That's like a black. Maybe I'm just going to replace it with like, I don't know, menu. Or yeah, these are definitely two different colors. Here, code. Great. Now we have code. All right, we're done. Yay! All right. Let me move some of this stuff. We can get a sound test. So I will say that this is very slidey because the bottom is just acrylic pieces, right? So you put this down on a desk. Let me see if I get, yeah, even on a desk mat, it's very slidey. So just be aware of that. You might want to put like some rubber feet on it or something to prevent it from sliding around. But yeah, so I'm going to move this into the shot so that it picks up better when I'm typing. Okay? 90 words per minute? Nah, I'm not at 90. I'm not even gonna plug this in. I'm just gonna see it. I just want to see how this sounds. Alright, you ready guys? Here's the thing that everybody does. Okay. It sounds pretty good. Pretty good, pretty poppy, especially for a board with no foam in it. Let's check the modifiers. Ooh, that sounds great. What do you guys think? Do you think it needs foam? It might be hard to get foam in there. It's pretty tight. Let's do a little more typing. This key is great. I like that a lot. There's maybe... No, I think this sounds good too. And yeah, this thing flexes like... Look at this. Wow. So... What do we think, guys? Huh? I think that's probably going to be way too loud now. I'm going to move this off to the side again. What do we think? Oh, I didn't show the... let me show this. Actually, you know what? Let me see if I could just do this and do this. That might be too bright. What do we think about that? And then here's like, see, you can see that how it's stacked, how the stacked look ends up coming out. And then the bottom with the tape on it and the feet. So all the switches and the caps are linked down below. These are new switches from JWK and Mazzano called Eve. And then the keycaps are Villa keycaps, double shot ABS, and they're also linked down below. I'll do Teja. I'll pull a Teja. Is this how he does it? Maybe a little slanted. There we go. This will be the new thumbnail. I think it looks really good. I think it looks like a little bit better than it sounds. I don't know if these switches need lube. I don't know if that would really even help all that much. I think they're really nice. I think the switches are really nice. The keycaps I really like. The switches I think maybe could use lube, but they don't need it. It's hard to you know what I'm saying. Let's see. All right. What is everybody saying? Doesn't look like it flexes much when typing. Sounds good though. Yeah, when you're typing, I guess it doesn't flex quite as much. It sounds nice. Enter key sounds amazing. Yeah, the enter key is great. No foam in here. The flex, it feels a little bouncy when you type, but it's not super flexy. But if you press on it, this whole thing flexes. What switches again? Oh, I answered that. Legends look crisp. Yeah, the keycaps are really nice. Does it have RGB? It does have RGB, but we've covered it with tape for the sake of sound. Very nice keycaps. Does the set include pastel pink or dark enter? So there. Let's see. It includes just the green enter. There's no other enter kit in here. Yeah, so just the pastel green enter. Needs to be 105, but it looks good. I don't know if you mean 105 keys. Very nice caps. Does this set? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that's it. I think we're done here. This is really cool. I really like the way this came out. It's like, again, it's light. It's not like crazy bulky, and like it still sounds nice and poppy and like pretty smooth. Enter key, man. That enter key is no joke. There's a pink enter in another variant of the set. Yeah, I think... Yeah, and you could also get different... You could get like Japanese alphas or white alphas. Oh, that's cool. There's a whole bunch of different sets. Yeah, the link's down below. Go check them out if you're interested in the keycaps. And there's also a discount code, BPS Customs. So that's it, guys. How last is the stream for you? I'm not sure what that means. The all-in-one kit for this is $419. Is it? Yeah, so the all-in-one kit's $419, but that gives you 2 full kits. That's 2 full kits plus all the novelties, plus all the space bars, plus the numpad. 2 full kits. So that's not like one kit plus novelties plus spacebar. That's 2 full kits. Does the kit have full numpad? Yes, it does. Here's like all the extra stuff we got. So numpad, you got all these extra modifiers. You got, oh my god, obviously all the F keys that now are a giant mess. So yeah, there's the kit is pretty extensive. All right, so we're all done. Thanks, guys. This was a blast. I really enjoy doing these kinds of videos. These are different for me, and thanks for tagging along. So I guess that's it. I will see you guys next time, and maybe we'll do another keyboard build if you like these. Why not? See you guys later.